Hey Philip, it's Mike Jr. from Hoyt Running Chairs. I'm just making this quick video to show you how you can change the brake lever that broke on your chair. So let me flip this. So this is obviously how it should look like on your chair. I'm just gonna switch this one and just show you how I would do it. So what you want to start with is taking your multi-tool that came with the chair and getting the that's not it, hold on, getting the oh, there it is, the 5 millimeter Allen wrench, your 5 millimeter, and you just want to loosen this right here on your brake. That's just going to loosen your brake pad down, and you're going to have this little thing on the end. It might not come out while that's on, so I'll send you another one, because the easiest thing is to just clip it off. Sorry, I'm trying to do this while I film. My assistants are gone today, but you just want to clip that off, so then that's free, and you can just pull that out like that, just like so. Then what you want to do is you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen this right here. Alright, sorry. So yeah, you want your Phillips head to loosen that right there. This is usually in the way, or actually yours is broken, so it's not in the way. But so yeah, you would just loosen that. Until it's loose and that can move freely. Then, as it loosens and can move freely, you can just pull that right off the side. And then for me, hold on, just because mine's still connected. So with yours, since yours is kind of hanging, you're going to just want to pull this cable. You can pull it right out of the casing. You're just going to want to pull that out. Leave the black casing in the chair. Leave this in the chair. Sorry about that. I keep getting interrupted. But yeah, you want to leave the black casing. Don't pull that. You want to pull your brake cable out completely from the casing. So you just pull it. Just pull it out. And then keep your brake cable. You want to keep your brake cable. Just pull it out of your brake device. And then you can just toss your broken piece here. You can just toss it. I'll have a new one for you shipped. So now we're going to start from having the new one. So you got your new piece. What you're going to want to do, throw it on. Throw it on there. Hold on. Yeah. We'll throw it on here. You're going to just pull your thing down so you have room to tighten the Phillips head bolt here, the Phillips head screw. Tighten that up nice, and then just like check it, make sure you can break it without having it move. Just make sure it's nice and tight to the chair. There we go. All right. Then you want it in the regular position with it up, just like that. You don't want it out like that. You want it up. Now the next step, you're gonna take your brake cable that we just took off your piece, and we're going to rerun it through the black casing. Now, you want to make sure that the end of your cable is not like frayed out. If it is, you can kind of like twist it like that, the way that the cable goes, just to make sure it's nice and tight together so you can get it through the casing easy. It might be hard for you to get it into the casing with this top piece that's on here. There's this little cap. You might be able to get it on with the cap on. You might not. It might be hard. If you can't get it on with the cap on, you can just pull this off. But just make sure you put it back on when you put the casing in. So I'll show you. I'll start running the casing. So to run the wire, you need to actually start from here in this hole right here. The wire is gonna go through here. Sorry, my filming is horrible trying to do this. So I just run this through and I'll just pull it through all the way you can. And you got to make sure you're using the right cable. Obviously, you're not going to fit it through with that. There's only one way it can go through. So you're going to fit it through, and then now we're going to funnel the tip of this brake wire into the casing here, which I need both hands. Let me make sure you can see that. All right. So yeah. And you're going to have to apply some pressure, but it should run all the way through. Gets a little tight, but once you start getting to the end, like when you're almost there, and you can even do this before you start putting the cable in. I probably should have said, just pull this up so your casing can come out, because sometimes it gets stuck, and that bend makes it hard for the casing to bend through. So makes it hard for the brake cable to go through the casing. So just pull, like I just flipped it up and it just sits right back in there. It's easy. You can just pop it right out and just let that sit while I finish pushing this brake cable through. Now, you can see it's taken me a lot of pressure to get this through, because the cable's already been kinked, so that's why it's so hard. But I've already started to pierce through the end of the cable, so to make it easier, just grab it and pull. That's once you get to that point, just grab it and pull it through. So now you want to make sure your casing sits in there nicely, and that's your brake cable, that your casing is in the brake lever nicely, sit in with the cap on, and just make sure we pull this as much as we can so that the brake cable end sits in there nice. Yeah, and the casing's in nice. So now the last part to finish all of this is we need to, and I'm going to try to zoom in here if I can while I'm doing this to make it easier to see for you. Sorry, both my assistants are gone. Today they're out. It would have been so much easier with them. So now this cable is going to go, and let me just take this wheel off so it's easier for me. So this cable's going to go feed it through here. Which the casing is going to go right back in. And then it's going to go right back from where it was before under this little nut in here. And you must make sure that this little nut here is sitting properly, because your brake cable will not, there it is. That's how it's seating. You got to make sure that this is just like that. That nut, when you loosen this nut, this bolt, this little washer thing can kick out that way. Just make sure it's sitting just like in that picture right there, and that you can see, right? Just like that. This part feeds. When you loosen this, you can see the little gap right in there. It feeds right in to that gap. Which this is so hard doing while I'm trying to film. I'm so sorry. Right into that gap. There we go. That you should be able to see that. Just like that is how it should sit, right? Now, this next part, you need to have your disc wheel on your chair. So you might need to do, it should, if you have a vise or a table you can put your chair on and hang it off somehow so you can do this. This would be beneficial for you. So let me just throw this on. All right. So, for this last part, we're going to be, this lever where this cable is controls your brake pad from this end. It controls, there's two pads, an outside and an inside pad. This controls your inside pad. This is what's gonna, we're gonna be setting this lever by tightening this bolt on this cable pretty much. And then, but you can tighten it too much and then your brake is pretty much activated. You want to find the sweet spot. Pretty much, you could probably find it too where the kink from your cable was. You can see where the kink is on this one actually. Try to find the kink and try to tighten that bolt right where that kink is. That's the best way I can try to explain it to you. It's going to be all with feel, because you could do it loose and have less braking power. You could do it tight and have more braking power. So I'm just going to do it. I just lift this up, pull the bottom of the cable. I like to pull it with my thumb and my middle finger, and my pointer finger is holding the lever up while I tighten. And it's tight. This lever stays in position. I'm rubbing, I tightened it too much. So if I just loosen and let the lever slightly drop, just slightly. There, see, I'm not hitting, it's not rubbing. And I'll tighten it. And that is it. I know this video might be confusing. If you have any questions, feel free to call. I try to make them, I'm sorry, my assistants aren't here. It's hard to film and do it at the same time. Any questions, give me a call, or my father. You can call or text the number I texted you with. Any help you need, I can walk you through it the day you end up doing it. I'm going to send out the lever today with a little white piece. That it'll be the piece that's on the end of your brake cable that you can just put on and you can just crimp it. I mean, you don't have to have it, but it just makes it so the bottom of your thing, the brake cable does not fray. It actually, I have one somewhere. Oh, here it is. Hold on. I'll just walk you through how it's very simple. If you got like a set of pliers or something, you can just take this little thing here, right here. It's a little, just a little cap kind of. And we just put it on the end, pliers, and just crimp the end, not too hard. That's all you got to do, just to make sure it doesn't fray. And it'll stay. And that's how you change this. your brake lever. Again, any questions, please let me know. I hope this helps. And again, I'll be sending your lever out today, and I will send you the tracking information once I get it. Have a good day, Philip. Talk to you later.